All right, so today we're going to take a look at dot plots and histograms. And so we're going to take a look and we're going to first refresh ourselves on how to create a box and a whisker plot using this data. So let's take a look at the first one. We're going to need to find the minimum. So this is already in order, it looks like, so that's nice. So our minimum is 64. Our max is 100. Then we're going to count the middle until we get to the middle. So I'm just checking off each one at the end of each side as a way to find the middle. And it looks like the middle is 80. So our median is 80. Now let's take a look at our first quartile. So we're going to take a look at this set below 80. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it looks like we're in between 70 and 71. So that is 70.5. How did I get there? I did 70 plus 71, which is 141. And then I divided by 2, which is 70.5. Now we're going to do the upper quartile, or quartile 3. All right, same thing. We're in between. If we look at this and we count, it's in between 87 and 87. Well, guess what? That's 87. So there it is. So next we're going to go and we're going to draw our box and a whisker. So we're going to start below 64. So we're going to go, let's go 60. Then we're going to go 65. And then 70. And then 75. 80. 85. 90. 95, looks like I need to extend this line out, and then 100. All right, let's draw our box and a whisker now. So we are going to start with 64, so that's at 65, but just a little bit below. So then we're going to go to 70.5, so that's just a little bit above 70, and then 80, and then 87, so that's in between 85 and 90, and then 100. All right. So here we go. Let's draw our box now. So we're going to box our inner 3 points and then draw a line through that last point, the middle point right there. And then we're going to draw our whiskers. And that's our box and our whisker plot. So now we're going to take and we're going to define our dot plot. So our dot plot is simply a graphical display of data. A graphical data display using dots. So a histogram is a graphical display where data is grouped into ranges and plotted as bars. Okay, and we'll look at some examples of a dot plot and a histogram. So let's take a look at this. This is a dot plot of pets in our class. So 2 people had rabbits, 4 had dogs, 1, 2, 3, 6 had cats, 1 horse, 3 birds, 0 mice, 2 fish, and 1 other. I don't know what that is. It could be a salamander. All right, let's take a look at histograms. So this one we have between 0 but less than 20 is it's probably about 3 students. Between 20 and less than 40, we have probably 9 students. And then from 40 but less than 60, we have 40 students. And then 60, oops, I totally read that wrong. 40 and 60 is about 20 students. I apologize for that. 60 but less than 80. So 60 exactly but less than 80 is 40. And then 80 exactly but less than 100 is, again, probably about 22. So that's our information that we can glean from this histogram, this information. It's just ranges, okay? The side is absolutely 0 through 20, 40, 60, 80 counts in this bar, but not greater than 80. So 81 wouldn't be counted. 80 would also not be counted in this one. 80 gets counted in this range here, not in this range there. All right, so let's take a look at actually doing one. So we have Mrs. Jones her class was asked to record their shoe size, and we're going to look at the results. We're going to create a dot plot and a histogram. Okay, so let's start. Let's just create a dot plot. Let's start with finding our min and our max, so we know about what shoe sizes that we go up to. So it looks like the minimum is 7 and the maximum is 12. All right, so let's start with that. So let's count 7s. All right, so shoe size is 7. This is then scaled as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 4th and up. Let's count the 7s. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that means I'm going to go down here and I'm going to plot 5 7s. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's take a look at then 8s. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 8s. So again, we're going to plot 5 8s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that was 8 down there. And then let's do 9. That's ugly. Let's make it more clear for you guys. So we have 8. We'll do 9, and then 10, 11, and finally 12. All right, so let's count the 9s. So we got 1, 2, 2 9s. Let me zoom out a little bit so I don't have to keep jumping back and forth. All right, 2 9s. 1 and then 2. And then let's do 10s. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 10s. So we're going to put a dot. 1, 2, 3, 4 10s. All right, and then let's go 11s. 11sies. 1 and 2. And then 12sies. Oops, I missed. My max is not 12. It is 13. All right, so 12, we have 1, 2, 3. And then 1. And then there is our histogram. All right, our dot plot. Now let's take a look at constructing a histogram. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing, but we're actually going to, it's beneficial to have our dot plot done already, but let's show you how to do it without a dot plot. So let's count. We're going to construct a histogram for the data. So we're going to go from 7 to 13. So 7 is in between 6 and 8. So we're going to go from 6 to 8. So 6, but less than 8. So there's 1, 2, 3. 3 in there. 3, sorry, don't know how to count. 4, 5. So there are 5 numbers between 6 but less than 8. 8 but less than 10. So 8, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because I can count 9s because that's less than 10. So I said 7. All right, let's look at 10, but less than 12. So 10 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see, did I miss any? Nope, equals 6. Okay, and then 12, but less than 14. So that's 12 and 13. It's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So now we just graph this display. So we're going to go 6 to 8 is 5. So let's scale this up. 5. There we go. Okay, 8 to 10 is 7. So that's 5, 6, 7. All right, 10 to 12 is 6, so we're going to put a bar there at 6. And then 12 but less than 14, that's 4, so we're going to go here to 4. All right, and then we're going to call that good. And there is our histogram for that data. All right, let's answer these questions. What is the median of the data? All right, so to find the median, let's organize these. We have 7 7s, or 5 7s, sorry. I can't really get that information from here because I don't know exactly what numbers are in this range. So we have 5 7s and then 5 8s. Okay, putting some commas in there. 2 9s, 4 10s, 2 11s, 3 12s, and 113. And now we're just going to find it. So counting off, so forth, and so on. Crossing them off as I go. Trying not to go too fast. Don't want to make any mistakes. So it looks like 9 and 9. So our median is 9. Okay, now let's take a look at the mean of the data. So that one's a little more challenging to find because I got to add up all of these numbers. But that's okay. Let's do a little grouping. So I have 5 7s right here. So add all those up and I get 35. I have 8 8s. I have 5 8s, so that's 40. I have 2 9s, so that's 18. I have 4 10s, so that's 40. 2 11s, so that's 22. I have 1 2 3 12s, so that's 36. And then 113. And then we're going to just add all those up. Bring up my calculator here real quick. We have 35 plus 40 plus 18 plus 40 plus 22 plus 36 plus 13. So that's 204. And then we got to divide it by the total. So that's 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. All right, so then we're going to divide 204 by 22, and we get 9.27, which just rounds up to 9.27 is the average shoe size. All right, let's take a look at doing Mr. Mirag's and the number of baskets the varsity basketball team scored this season per game. All right, so let's find our minimum and let's find our maximum. All right, so we got 30 looks to be our min, and our max, let's see, is about 40. Okay, so let's start counting. Let's go from 30. So 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40. All right, so 30. Start counting. We got 130, 2 30s. 31s, we got 131. Okay, 32, got 1 and 2. 33, we got 1. Let's go with 34. We got 134. 134 as well. Let's do 35s. We got 1, 2. 2 35s. 36. So let's look. We got 1, 2, 3. 3 36s. Okay, and then 37 is 1, 2, 3, 4. 38, we got 1, 2, 3. 39, there's 1, and 40, there's 4. All right. So now we're going to do the same thing, but for our histogram. All right, so it looks like these are going by 2s again. All right, so we're going to start at our lower, which is 30 and 32, less than 32. So 30, that's 1, 2, 3, are between 30 and 32. Between 32, but less than 40. So that's, I'm sorry, less than 34. Oof, can't write. Less than 34. All right, so let's start with 32. That's 1 and 2. 33 counts, so that's 3. Okay, and then 34 and less than 36. So 34, there's 1, 35, 2, 35, 3. So we got 3 again. And then 36, but less than 38. So that's 36 and 37. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Between 38 but less than 40. Let's see, 38 but less than 40. Yeah, so that's 38, 2, 3. So that's 3. Let's see, I'm missing one. 4. Okay, and then 40 to 42, since I haven't counted any 40s. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's just draw our boxes. Oops, not 40. 4. All right, starting with 30 to 32. So 30 to 32 is 3. I'm going to go up 3 bars and over. I color that in a little bit. Okay. Let's go 32 to 34 is again 3, and then go down all the way. All right, and then let's look at 34 to 36 is again 3, and then we'll go down. And then let's see, 36 to 38 is 7. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So extend that bar all the way up and then draw it down. And color in the middle if you want. You don't have to. 38 to 40 is 4. And then 40 to 42 is also 4. Okay, and there's our histogram. All right, let's take a look at creating a dot plot and histogram for this set of data. So let's start by doing our minimum and our maximum. All right, so first things first, we're going to start, let's look, our minimum is 3, and our maximum looks to be 10. So we're going to set our number line down here. We're going to just increment up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then we're just going to number this up here as well for our counts. Hopefully we have nothing more than 8. So let's start. Let's start with 3. We have 1, 2, 3, 3s. 1, 2, 3. Now let's take a look at our 4s. 4. We don't have any 4s. 5s. 1 and 2. 6s. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Put 4 dots above 6. 7s, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Oops. All right, and then 8, we have 1, 9, 1, and 10, 1. Okay, now let's do a histogram. And for this, I'm going to use my dot plot to help me do my histogram. So I don't like this number line. I'm not sure why they did it like this, but we're going to leave this at 2. We're going to go to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and finally 11. So we're going to look at our ranges from 2 to 3. So that's 2, but less than 3, which is 0. What about 3 but less than 4? Well, we have 3 of those. Again, let's just number this over here on the side. All right, so 3 but less than 4. So there's 3 of those. 1, 2, 3. We're going to draw a box that high for our histogram. Let's see, between 4 and 5, we have 0. Between 5 and 6, so that's 5 but not 6, we have 2. Okay, again, we have 2. Between 6 and 7, so that's 6 but not 7, so we have 4. Okay, 7 to 8, we have 6. Okay, 8 to 9, that's 8 but not 9, so that's 1. Same thing with 9 to 10, and 10 but not 11. Okay, there we go. There's our histogram. All right, and let's take a look at this one. We're going to construct a dot plot for the set from the number of hours slept. We're going to look at our minimum, and then we're going to look at our maximum. So our minimum looks to be 4, and our max is 10. So we're going to set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then we're just going to number these over here so we can get an accurate count. All right. So our minimum is 4. So we're going to go down here to 4. We're going to, how many 4s do I have? 1. Okay. 5s, let's see, I have 1 5 as well. 6s, we have 1, 2, 3. 7s, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then 8s, make those dots a little bit bigger so you can see them. 8s, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 9s, we have 0, and 10, we have 1. Okay, so let's go on from there. Let's do our histogram now. So it looks like these are from 2 to 4, 4 to 6. So this goes by 2. So we're going to start with our lower number between 4 and 6. So that means I'm going to count 4 and 5, but not 6. So how many 4s and 5s do I have? Well, I have 1 4 and 1 5. So between 4 and 6, we have 2 values. Okay, and 6 and 8, so that's 6 and 7. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So that's 9. So let's number this 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So that's all the way up here between 6 and 8 hours of sleep, but not 8. So let's go to 8 to 10. So that's 8, 9, and 10. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there's our histogram. Okay. Over here in the dot plot, it's a little more spread out. Over here in the histogram, it's more clumped together. So let's first construct a box and whisker now for this data. So we're going to start with our minimum is 4. And we're going to go all the way up to 10. So I'm just going to pick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Our min is 4. Our max is 10. Now let's find our median. Okay, so it just helps if all the numbers are spread out. 4, 5, we have 3 6s, 6 7s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4 8s, and a 10. All right, let's take a look at finding the middle. We're going to cross them off. And I actually have to stop right now because all my numbers are 7, so our median is 7. Now I need to find the quartile 1 and the quartile 3. So our upper and our lower. So we actually got to find the real middle. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 6, 7, 7, 7, 7. So there's our real middle. All right, now let's find the lower quartile, or the quartile of these numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So count 4 in. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6 and 6 are in the middle. So guess what our lower quartile is? Quartile 3 is not 8. Sorry, it's 6. And then our upper quartile, we're going to take a look at all of these. All right, so 7, 7, 7, 7. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oops, that's our median. So we're going to go from here on up. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're in between 8 and 8, which is 8. So there's our median. It's at 7. Oops. Our quartile 1 is at 6, and our quartile 3 is at 8. So let's draw our box. Draw a line through the median, and then connect the whiskers. And there we go. Let's take a look at 10. So select the plot you could use to identify or to justify each claim. So we're going to look at each the histogram, the box plot, or the box and the whisker. to justify our answer. The mode is 7. Well, if we look at the box plot, which we just did, so far the only thing that I know is that if this was all I was given, is that my median is a 7. It says nothing about how many 7s there are. Looking at the histogram, that's the same thing. 7 is right here. In this giant bar, it could either be 6 or 7 or anywhere up to but not including 8. So that's a big question mark. I don't know how many there are here or here. But if you look at the dot plot, I can clearly see right here, okay, that there's 6 7s, so that is my mode. So to justify that claim, I would pick the dot plot. All right, 11, the median is 7. Well, which one of these graphs clearly gives you the median? Not the box, not the histogram, but, I'm sorry, not the dot or the histogram, but the box and the whisker plot. That is how you justify the median. It is right there in the middle. It is clearly given. All right, and approximately 50% of the people slept 7 hours or less. All right, I can't really, that's not clearly stated here. I'd have to do some math. And this one, again, I don't know in the histogram, I don't know how many 7s are here, and it's not split evenly at 7. So if I look at just the box and a whisker, so that is less than 7 hours of sleep. So there's 7. So there's 2 quartiles below 7. So I can justify this claim that approximately 50% of the people slept 7 hours or less with the box and the whisker. It's clearly stated. You just have to look at those 2 quartiles and know that that's 50%. All right, let's take a look at 13 and 14. Find the following pieces of information using the dot plot below. So what is the mean? All right, so we have to find the mean. It means we have to add all those numbers up. We're going to find the median, mode, and the range. So let's start with the mean. Now, you might want to, there's a couple ways you can do this. I'm going to show you a quick and easy way. So if we look at the first one, there's 1, and how many 1s are there? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 1 times 5. Plus, there's 4 times 2. So there's 2, and there's 4 of them. And then there's 2 3s, so plus 3 times 2, plus 1 5, plus 6, there's 2 of those, plus 7, there's 4 of those, and then plus 8, there's 5 of them. So we got 5 there, and just multiplying that out, we get 8, we get 6, 5, and then 12, and then 28, and then 40. So we're going to add all of that together, and then we're going to divide by the number of numbers there are. So 5 plus, oops, let me clear that out, 5 plus 8 plus 5 plus 8 plus 6 plus 5 plus 12 plus 28 plus 40, 104. And how many dots were there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So we're going to take 104 and divide it by 23, and we get 4.5 as 4.52 as our mean. So our mean is 4.52. The median is the number in the middle, so that means we just have to count. So again, there's 23. So if I take 23 divided by 2, that's 11.5. Don't believe me? Let's put it into the calculator. 11.5. So I'm going to count 11 numbers from either end. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So that means 5 is in the middle. Just to verify, we're going to do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there's 11 numbers on either side of 5, so that means that our median is 5. Let's take a look at our mode. Which number of these appears the most? Well, that's both 1 and 8. So guess what? Our mode is 1 and 8. And the range? Well, our minimum, let me not erase that, 1 and 8. Our min is 1, and our max is 8. So our range is our max minus our min, which is 8 minus 1, which equals 7. So there's our range. Here's our dot plot again, and we're going to find the median, mode, and range. Oh, good, we don't have to find the average. So the median, let's count them all up. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. So 29.
Hey.
Hey.
Do you have a second hour?
No.
You do not?
I do not.
Are you going to be in here?
Yes.
Can I come in then and cut that shot?
Yes.
Okay, because I'll be a welder.
Perfect.
All right.
Thank you, Trey.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. So I'm going to take 29 and divide it by 2 to find the middle. And 29 divided by 2, 209. 29 divided by 2, and we get 14.5. So I'm going to count up or down 14 numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 24 is the number in the middle. Don't believe me? Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It's 14 on either side of 24. So that means our median equals 24. Our mode, which one appears the most? Well, which of these has the most dots? That's clearly 32. It's got 6 of them. So our mode equals 32. And our range, well, our min is 16. Our max is 40. So we do 40 minus 16, and we get 24. So our range is 24. And that is our lesson.